Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now, we've got a new mid-year check-in dev update kind of thing going on. There was a video that Bright Moon and Medler did, but I'm just going to focus more on the written version. And I don't think it covers a crazy amount, but I like kind of reacting to these, and also it gives me a kind of a chance in the comment section to ask you guys, how do you think League is going at the moment? You know, as a content creator that is a bit, at the moment at least, tied to the hip or tied to the waist, whatever you want to say, to League, I always like to hear when people go, I'm enjoying it, I'm playing it, you know, the feel of the game is good, because obviously that is good for the audience. Whenever I've asked this question, and a few years ago, there was times that a lot of the audience were like, oh, I hate League right now, I'm not playing it, I'm done. And you would see viewers' numbers kind of reflect what people were feeling at the time. So, and I'll say really cool artwork, by the way. The first thing is hey everyone, Bright Moon and Medler here with another kind of TLDR, or Too Long Don't Watch, I guess, is TLDW, of the dev update. That's the video. But when we started the dev update series, we recognized that we needed to deliver on a number of things for players, like events, more consistent communication, cinematics, game modes, and more. The Soul Fighter event we just launched is one of our biggest efforts to get there. We certainly don't expect it to address everything. We hope it feels like a meaningful step in the right direction. We're excited to see what you think of everything in the summer's event, from the cinematic to the incline meta game, and the 2v2v2v2 whatever the hell arena mode, which is good. Worth knowing, I don't think this covers Summoner's Rift. I will just add at the beginning of this, if you go on the Reddit post of the video, Medler and Bright Moon have actually replied to some people, and someone said, no Summoner's Rift update, are we getting, you know, an update about that soon? The rumor has it that there's going to be a big item update, and I'm not kidding, another one. And I can't remember which one replied. I think it was Bright Moon, it might have been Medler, basically replied going, it's going to be big. So they've basically confirmed, and in a couple of other comments as well on that Reddit thread, pre-season, this upcoming preseason, so obviously we're in split 2 of season 13 or season 2023. Preseason for season 2024 is going to be a big update for Summoner's Rift. Whether the map's going to get changes, but we know of right now it's to do with items, and that's all we know, and that's all I know. I don't actually have any inside information as an LPP, but yeah, I would say I like that there's going to be another big update. I do actually hope we get a map update. I also personally hope we get, I don't know if it's the right way to call it, I hope we get a physics update. And what I mean by that is hitboxes and all that stuff. I'd like that to be looked at, because some champions, you know, especially I'd say the older champions, their hitboxes are a little bit oof. Morgana Q, Scion's Q, there's a bunch of them that it does not align at the right way. And I also think they could introduce an official Z-axis to the game. So you've got X and Y, but there's no Z-axis. If you ever, you know, you aim an ability and it kind of looks like it should have hit, but it doesn't, and it, you know, you're in the river, it's because that axis doesn't exist. It's a bit funky how it does it, but maybe that could be looked at. But anyway, Arena for itself, and I will just say I'm really enjoying Arena. I have made it to Gladiator rank. It probably is a bit too easy to get to Gladiator rank, and I would say I probably played half of my games as a solo player, so just queuing up with a random, and I played half of them with Twitch audience members predominantly. Yeah, I'd say it's a bit too easy to get to Gladiator. I know it's supposed to be more of a casual mode, but if it does ever return, I think making it a lot harder to achieve Gladiator would be cool. But let's get into it. So before we make any decisions on whether Arena will return, we'll listen to your feedback and gauge the mode's popularity. If Arena does return, we want to implement features like custom lobbies and queuing up with multiple friends, which is cool. So like, you know, 4 of you can go in or something like that. We'll also be making arena-specific balance changes, including a mixture of champion-specific changes and simple percentage adjustments. And if we need to make a larger number of changes all at once. That's not too surprising. It depends. Like I've heard some people in even my Twitch audience go like, I'm enjoying Arena, but it's annoying that I can't just have fun with it, where there's, you know, the try hard duos and stuff like that. you're always going to get that. That's the unfortunate thing with a more competitive game. Even this is a casual mode. They gave it a ranked ladder, as you know, if you will, to make sure the competitive audience still does give it a go. If there was no rank ladder, there was no rank or achieve gladiator, a lot of solo queue rank players just simply wouldn't have played it. Really, rank is something that people want, no matter what you feel about it. It's true. So I would personally like it, and I know they do it with ARAM. I think it's hard to do it, but obviously in ARAM they do percentages of like less damage or more damage depending what your champion is strong or weak in the mode. I could see them doing that in Arena, because it is a little bit boring to see the same champions all the time. Kane, Kai'Sa, hell, a lot of the time the solo queue champions are strong in Arena. There are some exceptions, like Heimer is amazing in Arena, Cassio is amazing, but yeah, predominantly it's, you know, the meta, I think, in Gladiator, a lot of it is an AD carry with Taric. Like, that's what a lot of people are doing. So it would be nice to have a bit more variety. So there is an FAQ if you wanted to go look at that. And then they also did a behind the scenes, and they did an AMA on Reddit if you wanted to learn more. So Quick Play and the Blue Essence Emporium and more. So Quick Play, just to give you a little synopsis, because I don't think they're going to say is like they're working on it. Quick Play is a new upcoming thing that is basically going to, in essence, replace normal games. And what Quick Play is, if ever you go into a normal game, you might not be guaranteed your role, you may not be guaranteed your champion. Quick Play, the idea of it is to allow the more casual side of League of Legends to be more guaranteed what they want to play. Because if you're a really casual player, then potentially, you know, you only want to play that one thing in your normal game. Maybe you get to play one game a day after work. And if you go into a normal game and you can't play your one thing that you enjoy, it's frustrating. So Quick Play, the idea is you queue up as a role, but also a champion. So it basically, it's, I don't know, it's kind of locking you into that box, but in the data that they have, I imagine they have the data to back up. That's what people want to do for normal games, at least. So I'm sure there's a couple other things I'm missing from Quick Play, but they're just saying they're still working on Quick Play, but it has been on hold to prioritize the Arena mode. That makes sense. And ranked changes. So obviously ranked changes are no promos, split 2, all that stuff. But they are planning to release Quick Play later this year. So again, if you're more of a casual player, Quick Play is something potentially that would, well, if you're a casual player and you only play normal games, Quick Play is going to be your queue, because I believe that is replacing normals. I'm not sure if it's replacing both normal, blind, and draft, or is it just replacing one of them? I'm actually not sure. But anyway. So Star Guardian, Seraphine, and Orianna have been performing really well. They've been two of the most popular skins this year. The Star Guardian line is very popular, which I don't see the drive of it, but I guess everyone's different, which is fine. You know, I prefer more like the High Noon skins. I absolutely love. So yeah, I don't know. And then we're still working on Xayah and Rakan for later this year. For what, Star Guardian, I presume? Okay. So the Blue Essence Emporium will return, which is going to be quite interesting, by the way. 13.7, and we have plans to bring it back twice in the year going forward. Worth knowing, if you don't know what the Blue Essence Emporium is, the Blue Essence Emporium, if you go on your League client right now, in the top right, you'll have Blue Essence, that big currency. The Blue Essence Emporium is basically for people that have an excess of that. Like on my account, if I bring up like my client just very quickly, it should pop up any second if it wants to. Apparently it does. It's on strike. Are you really not working? Hello? Okay, it's behind it. There you go. So if I just show you this, this is obviously my main account. Look in the top right. 319,000 Blue Essence. I could have a lot more. See all these champion shards? I'm actually trying to get 3 of each champion. If I disenchanted all of them, I'd have, I don't know, 100,000 more maybe. So it's basically for people like myself that have way too much Blue Essence. We've got nothing to spend it on. So it's an Emporium that has kind of rare things, skins that you may have missed, chromas a lot of the time. that you can buy a blue essence, and they only do it limited because obviously blue essence is the free currency. They don't want people to kind of do it. That's why everything is a ridiculous price. There'll be things in that shop that are 100,000 blue essence. Hell, there might even be something for a quarter of $250,000 blue essence. But that's the idea. And why it's a big thing is last time it happened, Riot said, we're going to have a pause of this. We're not happy with it, with how it is right now. We're going to have a pause, an extended pause, and that's why they're making this announcement. It's coming back. And we're going to change it. So they haven't actually said here, you know, there's any big changes, but we expect changes for this. If it's just the same thing, then Riot, I don't know, didn't do anything. But it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do. This is also nice, by the way, is we're also introducing mass disenchant to quickly disenchant unneeded champion shards, which is nice. We're aiming to ship ability icon updates for Graves, Janna, Jarvan, Nami, Orianna, and Varus in August, and we'll take on others after that. So that is just simply no change to the champions, so don't panic if you play one of these. The icons for your abilities, they're just making them newer. They're making them fresher. That's not a bad thing. In the next update, so we'll talk about how Arena's been going and what we're thinking about the future of Arena and other modes. And we'll also have updates on pre-season, a visual and audio update for Jax, and you'll have a chance to meet our newest champion, Briar, who is, by the way, a jungler. So that's all we have for the dev update. So yeah, the next champion's a jungler. Also, which is worth knowing, in the Reddit, someone said, when will we see the new champion? They said, what did they word it? Basically, they said you'll see them on the PBE before the next dev update blog. And these are typically done every 6 to 8 weeks. So the new champion, if I had to guess, I would say end of August. I reckon I'll probably be in my dev meeting for the new champion, and then it'll be on the PBE the next week. So roughly end of August, I would say. And then it will probably be launched, you know, from after PBE. Like mid-September, probably. That kind of would make sense to me. It's a decent enough gap between the last champion and this one. Obviously, Nefari. I will say, I've not seen one person playing that champion. Let me know about you. Have you seen any Nefari or Nefari, whatever you say her name, in your ranked games? I've seen 0. She's been banned a few times, but I've never seen her in one of my games. I've played 25 or something like that solo queue games this split so far. Seen 0 of that champion. But that is it. So just a nice little quick update. Nothing absolutely major. Obviously, like I said, the big Summoner's Rift preseason stuff is going to be in like the next one, and that will be a big one. I'm looking forward to that. And what I would say, to finish this off, if you made it to the end, obviously, of the video, I've mentioned that Riot are going to be doing a bigger Summoner's Rift update this preseason. It's a big item update, apparently, again. What is your wish? What is your wish for League of Legends? What do you want different? Hello, puppy dog. What would you change? Obviously, you all know mine. I would make damage go down, but that's just me. Let me know what you would do. But that's going to be it. If you guys enjoy this little update video, I enjoy doing them. Do throw a like on it, throw a comment, throw a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace. Restore our glory to live forever. Bring down the dark regime. I know how to unleash eternal